and can't do this and can't do that and all this other stuff, and it's very annoying. So I feel like, honestly, if I was to be quiet, is that will make them stop with the gas? No. Will that make them stop with the poison? Nope. Will that make them stop with the handicap? Nope. Nope. And that's simply because I don't have no value as a person. They do not, they don't see me as a United States citizen with value and purpose, and that my life matters. My life doesn't matter to them. So that's why this operation was so bad, because I don't matter to them as a person. I'm not nothing. I'm an animal, a monkey, a coon, a, a pickaninny, a nigger. Uh, 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 I mean, how many other names do they have? I'm not anything to them. Nothing. Nothing. I don't mean nothing to them. They don't defend me. They don't fight for me. They don't protect me. They don't. I'm not anything. Look at the ones that are civil rights leaders that were something. You think the FBI wasn't around when Harriet Tubman and and all of them was around? Of course they was around, and they still died. And I just don't. I think if they died and and even though God, they fulfilled their purpose. I just feel like with me, every night I go to bed, I don't ever be afraid to go to sleep. When I go to sleep, I'm going to sleep. And because I know I can't allow them to take that from me. They did that to my sister Sharon, and she don't sleep. She's scared to go to sleep. And I saw what they did to her. Everybody else called her crazy just like they do me. And, would make everybody just turn. And I just remember being a little girl watching her and saying, just ever since I was little, I just watched her and said, when she went to jail, her life just went bad. God, it's so bad. Her life is bad. And I remember I used to pray that my life would not turn out like hers. And then I kind of felt like it did, because she used to talk back to mommy so much, so bad. So I felt like, well, mommy did say, the Bible did say you can't talk back to your parents. So maybe that's why this is happening, because she did disobey. But I never talked back to my parents. Why am I getting this from them? Godly. So I never, I don't want them to take that away from me. When I go to sleep, I'm going to sleep. And I put my life in God's hands, and I just say my prayers. And my biggest prayer to date is, I feel like a slave when I go to bed, because I pray constantly, Lord, how do I supposed to feel about my master? And what do I supposed to feel, and how do you feel about me feeling this way? And I need you to help me, because somebody that is doing this to me and that says, yeah, and I'm messing up your life because I can. And yeah, and you ain't gonna have your kids, and you ain't gonna have this, and I'm gonna make you alone, and I'm gonna do all of this stuff. I feel like, what what does God expect for me to say? And I know that his word says pray for your enemies, but does God expect for me not to have no emotions about this? And that is difficult, it's almost like when people pray for somebody that has, you know, murdered somebody they know. And I wonder, how they get over it. But I guess that would be, to me, that would be easier because at least the act has happened, and then you got a mark to start over. They don't give me a mark to start over. It's never a point of we're starting over. Like, okay, today is Tuesday, it's all done. Wednesday, you're getting up and you're starting over tomorrow. That's Wednesday. It's not like that. And we're doing this Tuesday, and we're going to do it Wednesday, and we're going to do it Thursday, and we're going to do it Friday, and we're going to do it Saturday, and we're going to do it Sunday, and then we're going to make you relive Monday, and then we're going to make you relive Thursday, and then we're going to do this, and we're going to rewind the clock and make you go back. And that, watching that is enough to drive anybody insane. And so if I get up and say, I'm going to get out of here and go out, they do everything they possibly can to make going out the worst thing you ever want to do, as far as what you will see, how the links link up, how they prey on your phobias that they caused, and how they swap people with the same names and tags, and they constantly play games to make you say, did I just see that? Like they're deliberately trying with gaslighting tactics to make you feel crazy. Like at Walmart, they had the police that came out here. They had him turn around, make sure you make eye contact with her, look like this, and then we're sending another police in the inside of Walmart with this outfit on and a look like this, and this will be the one that came to the house on January 29th, 2025. And they do that. And I have seen them do that more than once. They did it again at Goodwill. The lady that I went to Goodwill on, back in, I think, probably December sometime. Short lady, had on gray hair, little. They sent that same lady back, or a look-alike, back in Walmart, do a different script and leave out everything that you said. So they played games twice. So they had her come in there. First time she was talking about a Samsung watch. She was talking about all this, and they put the same watch on Metro as a freebie. So it looked like you had access to it. So she mentioned the watch, mentioned all of this stuff, made her tracks, said how old she was. They said, and cut. Then the next time I went in Goodwill, Old National, now you go back in there, do the same thing. That way we have the video again of you and the lady in the same scenario, the same setup. A watch is never going to be mentioned. And it make it like, and with that recording, it make it look like she did say that's not that. Because they make it, one, what a person is saying, what they need to say, and then they come back on two and take it all out. And the person don't say nothing of what they said. And you just have, that way it looked like you said everything that person said, and that person didn't say nothing. And it won't be no edits on that person's side. It'll only be edits on my side. And so I have seen them do that too many times. Too many. And especially today, they just did it Saturday. The lady brought me home in the Prius. So I thought about it when she brought me home. Candy said she was in Jamaica on that they play commercials, bits and pieces. I was wondering why they played that. I be listening. Little commercials come on. Candy said she was in Jamaica. Then vacation. They said I was going out of town earlier this month, at the end of the month, vacation for my birthday. Then the lady that picked me up was from Africa or somewhere. They be playing. Then I looked at, she picked me up last on February the 6th, which was Thursday. So she comes back and picked me up again around the same time, same Walmart area, but without the chick from Popeyes. So they make the same thing over again, but then exclude the person they don't want to be there. That way, it's only two people in the swap, but it was really three. So I don't I don't feel like if I was quiet, would they stop poisoning me? No. They just want me to be quiet about it so that they don't want to hear it and that they could do it in peace. But it's not like being quiet about it because we have people that are going to stand up for you. Nobody's white going to stand up for me in this because they won't get invited back to the golf course. And that's how white people work. If you do, you won't get elected next term when it comes down to whatever position you're in. Don't say goodbye to that. And if you black and say something about it, scandal by 5. But if you're white and take up for me, you will not be in that position next year. And if you black and take up for me, scandal by 5 o'clock. Put your name anywhere on it. Scandal by 5 o'clock. You won't even know what happened. You won't even know how I hit you that fast. God damn, what happened? Child, they said that man got arrested. Child, they say he had drugs and everything, had been taking the state money and spending it, child, by taking it down there to the strip club. They got pictures and everything. Yep, child, they got his house taped off and everything. He can't even get in there, child. They got it blocked off, roped off. They got the news out there and everything. Girl, it's big. They got dogs and everything. That man won't even know what's going on by 5 o'clock. Waiting. Put your hands on it if you want to. So I don't really be talking about no. I looked at the Rosa Parks story tonight. I don't really be up there talking about no. Can NAACP help me? No. Can Black Lives Matter help me? No. Can who else black? Oprah help me? No. You do, and you won't be Oprah no more. Watch how fast that network won't be there. Nope. Can Tyler Perry help me? No. Who else black is big and is in this kind of stuff? Can Martin Luther King's daughter help me? No. Can who else black and big that I know? Al Sharpton? No. He this close to a scandal anyway. No. No. Mm-mm. No. Uh, and the only reason I say that about him is because he is respected, and he is one of the few black leaders that we have left that they have not taken down because of some ridiculous scandals that they come up with. They take everybody out of our culture that's great, and they put these scandals on them that they don't put in their own culture. Like they took Bill Cosby. He ain't did nothing that the white people don't do. They ain't took them down. And his stuff was old, and he paid the people, and they still took him down. I have a problem with that. They was old enough. He did what he did, and he paid them. That's what white people do. If they go digging around half of these white people in Hollywood and go uncovering their shit, they will find out that they did a whole lot of stuff too, and then paid off a whole lot of people to blow on their balls, and they in jail, and they not taking their assets. They took everything that man had, and he had paid these people to leave him alone and paid for what he did. That was I think that was commendable. And I'm sure they're going to say tomorrow, you're definitely going to jail for saying that. I don't give a rat's ass. They say I'm going anyway. So I might as well go saying what I want to say and what I believe in. And I believe if you were wrong and you raped someone with a date rape drug, and that person came to you and said, you raped me, and they got two options. You can go to the police. He didn't, none of them said that he threatened their lives and said they couldn't go to the police. So you could go to the police and tell, or you can hold your draws for 30 years later and come and get some money from me. And those that chose to hold their draws, those that chose to come out 5 years later to me, he paid them. They took the money, you signed an agreement, and that's done. This is closed off. His attorneys knew about it. Apparently his wife knew about it. And it was done. He moved on with his life. They didn't have anybody in recent years saying that he was putting drugs in their jello pudding and calling it a day. And I find that so conflicting to hear that they were so adamant about that. And Georgia got drugs and gas going all up and down Riverdale Road. And I'm like, really? That not a hypocrite? Is that not the pot calling the kettle black? And I get drugs in my food every day. I got stuck in my legs. I got stuck in my chest. I got a thing right here on a little mark still left of where I got stuck in my hand. And they get on there and say, you can't stick people and have sex. Oh, they do it every day in Riverdale. How? So it to me, it's all political, you know. I don't think that racism is really gone. And that is because I think that racism is in the hearts of people. And when you are in a political arena, you can't tell what's in the heart of a person. And you can only judge by their character. And I say this all the time. When we hear political issues that are addressed from the local government to the higher level of government, you do not hear that African Americans are anywhere near those heavy topics. They don't care, period. And so when it comes down to, and if I really had to debate that with sound logic, because white people like references and all that kind of stuff. If I had to debate that with sound logic and I could back it up, then I would say if Black lives really matter, then why haven't Black Lives Matter done more for the African American culture? Why is it just a symbol, a t-shirt, a saying, a logo, a cliche, but it doesn't have any works that says that my life really matter? Because to me, sitting in this room, in this bed, I would say, if I was to meet the owner of Black Lives Matter and she would tell me your life matter, I would say, bullshit. Lord forgive me for cussing. But no, ma'am, it does not. Stop lying. No, it doesn't. No one cares about my life. Period. And so I would say that based on my observation, but also I would say that because there's no laws to rule out everything that happened to me. They covered it. They didn't change it. No one apologized. They just read it and fired back. Every white person that I wrote read the complaint, acknowledged it, and fired back. So I wrote one person, FBI local, read it, sent 10 people after me. Get her. Then go a little bit higher, the different state director, 20 people coming now. Then go a little bit higher, attorneys, now 50 people coming. It just kept going and kept going and kept going until now it's just an egregious amount of people involved with Operation Biscuit. And Operation Biscuit is what I call it because that is what they're choosing to do to put me in this situation. I don't think that anyone should have. Was to me so simple. And this is why I say my life didn't matter. It was so simple to take my complaint when I wrote it and said, oh my God, who's doing this to this lady? Who's abusing their position of power? She has a lot of information. They have the most sophisticated equipment that can see the bowels of your body at a 3D angle. And you're telling me that they did not pull me up on a satellite and look at me and see this is not a criminal and this is happening, and look at what such and such is doing, and we see the vehicle and we see this, because they know who's in place and where. And then watching me respond and react to people that I'm not supposed to know who's there. So to watch this abuse and choose to say, well, she keep running her mouth, that's what she gets. So done with that. Have fun. Good job, buddy. And go on, when it was simple to say, we're involved and this is what we're going to do and blah blah blah, and no one did that because I didn't matter. But when I saw the same thing happen in California with somebody white, they got involved the same day that white lady made a complaint and told the man the exact same way that I say it. Get out of her computer. You're not allowed to be in any of her electronics anymore. And it was done. And it was televised. We are suspending such and such for misconduct. And it was, yay, good job, because she's white. And here it is, a coon. Kill it. Like, I don't understand how we go to those levels of respect and just draw over what the United States Constitution says. And it doesn't matter because of the color of my skin and because they don't like what I'm saying. But it's true. It's true. I have it right here in my hand. It's true. And they're going to block this video, but it's true. Wells Fargo Bank, if this is true with them, because they make up numbers. So let's say they did not make this number up. And we're going to use 7067 was the end of an account number. When I went and said, give me all the account numbers that you have listed with me, this is what they gave me. There was a prepaid card in May of 2021 that was the account number for Go Bank. Was it the account number or the card number? The account number of Go Bank ending in 1067. They used the last three because on an account statement, they're not taking receipts in court, they're taking bank statements. And this is why on your bank statement, if you look, you will have some numbers with 4 and some numbers with 3. All those numbers that are with an asterisk and 3 numbers are your swaps. And I got to be a professional at identifying those, because I would say every time I go into Dollar General, I hear a pause, and then I look to the register and I can see the scout and they're tapping. So I got to see the difference in how my phone reacts with who's at the register and at what store. Dollar General is going to give you a pause. Family Dollar is going to give you a pause. Dollar Tree is going to give, because their systems are cheap. Walmart is different because Walmart has a much bigger system, more expensive, and it's so many different ways that they can pay at Walmart. So Walmart, you may not hear a pause, but you're going to get some type of interaction, some type of traffic signal that's going to be off. And mainly, I know it at Walmart because the system is not going to be as fast as the duplicated person's transaction. For example, I get to Walmart and I slide my card, it's going to say processing too long. And that's because it's thinking, because it's being tricked. The other person is paying too, and it is confused because it's swapping between both of whatever is 2199 and 2199 in an account. So it's swapping, so it's thinking, and so it's taking too long. So by that time it done come back to me, it just says approved, and then the thing just prints. But it has bypassed the whole put your PIN number in, do you accept this amount? We ain't doing all of that because the other person done did all of that. So going back to Wells Fargo, this is true. 7067 goes to, now 7067 was established. I know that me and Ketchup had Wells Fargo when we first got married. So let's say this is 2000. No, actually we had them all the way up to 2016. 2016 was the last time we had Wells Fargo. So going into a little, could be the beginning of 2017, but I'm thinking the end of 2016. So we go 2016 Wells Fargo, and then we come all the way to May of 2021. That's 5 years they were holding that account open and active with that card or account in connection to something else that we had and didn't know. So in May of 2021, this is how smart they got. So they said, we know Crystal don't have a Wells Fargo account, so we need to reestablish this account. So what we're going to do is we're going to send her a check. They're very smart, very sneaky, very cunning, very crafty. Come into the branch. And this is how they did. So now that I'm thinking about that, 7067 may not have even been my account number. But let me just finish the story and then I'll link it up later. They said, sent me, went to the box. I ain't hardly had no money. They sent me a check for $150. They said if we send it for $50, she ain't gonna go. She gonna tear it up. Cause I tore up a check before, they sent me for $25. I said, ain't nobody going nowhere with that junk. I tore it up and they got mad. So they said, don't send it for $50. She ain't gonna do it. Don't send it for $75. That ain't no money. Send it for about $150. She will get our attention. Sent that check for $150. I said, treat. Give me a treat. All right, I'll go. Where's the bank? I looked on there. Wells Fargo said, hello, you have had an account with us and we overdrafted you and we owe you a refund. I was like, yeah, right. I don't even care. I'll fight y'all later because y'all already called. Yeah, I'm going to get this $150 because this is a treat. So, yeah, I'm going. Went right down the street, Riverdale Road, pulled that Dodge Ram up in there. They was waiting on me. As soon as I come in, right down to the left, black lady got on a blue suit, a blue something on, with another lady at the register. They waiting on me. Feds right in there, ready, cheering. She coming in. Yep, writing treat. Let's get it. Walked up in there, signed that check, and I asked her. So I ain't got no account or no. This is just what we're doing for everyone. They be lying so good. I knew they was lying, but it's okay. I want the $150. You gonna get what you're gonna get, but I'm gonna come back and get you later because I already got you. So I'm gonna get you $150 though, and I'm gonna walk right out here, and you gonna think you got me, but I really got you. So she come out there, I sign it, walk right on out of there, walk right on out that door. That lady saying, um, yeah, so we're just doing this for all of our customers. We went back and we've been charging excessive fees. You're right about that, especially the black people. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and give you a refund, blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, all along I'm saying 7067. Because I remember that account number being, when I wrote the check, the when I used to pay my bills, and then the check that I actually overdrafted, but it's okay. So I go in there, I get that. Don't worry about it. Get that. This is long before 2021. This is 2020. So I get that. So they said, all right, so we got her at Wells Fargo. We got her by herself. We got her with a check. We got her at the counter. Now, ain't no telling how big they can blow up that scenario. But I'm not worried about that. I'm going to come back and just, I'm building and I'm going to catch it all later. So, Wells Fargo 7067. Come on into 2021. 2021, they act like this is a new year. They got new agents and came. The other agents done fell back. They acting like they gone. They ain't gone nowhere. They acting like new agents. They got me seeing new people now. They can sending me all kind of positive. Go on, go forward. Nah, I'm not. I'm still building. No. I know y'all. Y'all just want me to turn my head and get all relaxed so y'all can boom boom. No. You gonna boom boom, and I'm gonna be sitting here right here watching, ready to go. Come on, let's go. You won't be getting no surprises out of here. No, I wake up every day looking for y'all. No. So they want me to get all relaxed and get happy like you free. No, you're not doing any of that. No, we're waiting. So they said, go